Hello students, I am sure you have understood the meaning of life processes that we discussed in the previous video. Now today we are going to start first part of the life processes, that is nutrition. And nutrition, first of all we have to define what is nutrition. It is the process of intake of food and its utilization to carry out various activities of the living organisms or to perform the basic functions. Nutrition it includes all the methods of obtaining food, because all living organisms they obtain food by one or the other means and then utilize it for the synthesis of new protoplasm and to perform some other functions that I have listed on the board. So what is the need of nutrition? It is actually to get energy. Need is to get energy for performing basic functions of the life, all activities of the life, internal or external, and it is required for the growth and development of the body. It is required for the repair of the damaged cells and tissues. If there is any repair, any damage to the cells internally or externally, that will be repaired with the help of food which we are taking by the process of nutrition. And it is protecting us from diseases also. So nutrition is very important for all living organisms for all these functions, right? So different animals and plants, they have different methods of obtaining food, right? So they are broadly categorized into two types. And they are those methods of obtaining food are called modes of nutrition. These modes are broadly categorized into two types: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Auto means self, troph means nutrition. Auto means self and troph means nutrition. That means those living organisms which prepare their organic food with the help of simple inorganic substances or raw materials present in their surroundings. That means preparing food by their own, utilizing inorganic materials or substances present in the environment. That is called autotrophic nutrition. Plants fall under this category of autotrophic nutrition. Plants, algae, all three types, red, brown and green, all types of algae, and cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are blue-green algae. They are also capable of preparing their own food. Autotrophic nutrition is further divided into two types: autotrophs. Yeah, autotrophic nutrition and autotrophic nutrition. Photo and chemo, two words are used here. Autotrophic nutrition is photosynthetic. Photo means sunlight. When organisms utilize energy of sun, or when organisms capture solar energy and convert CO2 and water into glucose, that is the organic molecule, and that is the food of all plants. That is, the process is called autotrophic nutrition. Now, when the source of energy is chemicals, that means there are some microorganisms like bacteria which utilize energy by breaking some chemicals present in their surroundings and prepare their food. That process is called autotrophic nutrition. So plants, algae and cyanobacteria, they all fall under the category of phototrophic nutrition, but chemotrophic nutrition has been observed in some unicellular organisms. They are bacteria. They break down chemicals and release energy. But photoautotrophic they are utilizing solar energy for converting raw materials of the environment like CO2 and water into organic molecule, that is glucose. Now, heterotrophic mode of nutrition, it is all animals fall under this category. all animals and human beings fall under this category. Hetero means which are not able to synthesize their food with the help of raw materials like CO2 and water. Okay, if you are given CO2 and water, can you prepare food from it? No, it is not possible, because we are taking fruits, vegetables, different parts of the plants, we are taking cereals, pulses, different types of food grains, and then we cook from it, food from it. So ultimately we are taking food from plants, and some animals are eating flesh of the other animals. That means they are dependent on the other animals for deriving their food. So those organisms which cannot prepare food from the raw materials of the environment, and they are dependent on the other organisms like plants and animals for their food, they are called heterotrophic organisms. This is divided into further types. First is saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic means when organisms obtain or derive food from dead organic matter. What is dead organic matter? Peelings of fruits, vegetables, old papers, rotten fruits and vegetables, and the biodegradable garbage, they all are called dead organic matter. Bacteria and fungi grow on them and obtain their food from dead organic matter. Such nutrition is called saprophytic nutrition. Examples are bacteria and fungi. And without saprophytes, life is not possible, because they help in the breakdown of all complex food nutrients present in the dead matter, and they recycle them in the nature. Dead bodies of the animals which are lying in the forest, nobody is burying them, nobody is burning them. So how do they disappear from the environment? Because of such saprophytes, they decompose their body and they convert them into simple substances which are returned to the soil and once again used up by the plants. So this is saprophytic nutrition. Second is parasitic nutrition. Parasite and host relationship, you must be knowing, children. There are some organisms which live inside or on the body of other organisms and derive their food. So in turn they give diseases, right? So such organisms which are living on the body of other living organisms, that is called host. Host. For example, we can take human being. Human beings are host for a parasite that is called Ascaris. What is Ascaris? Ascaris is a parasite and it lives in the intestine of human beings and derives food. So Ascaris is commonly called roundworm. Roundworm is a parasite. It lives in the intestine of human beings and human being is a host for Ascaris. Because it is living inside the body, it is called endoparasite. Endoparasite. Parasites are of two types. Those which are living on the external surface of the body, they are called ectoparasites, like lice which live in here, ticks in the fur of dogs, right? They are called ectoparasites. And endoparasites are those which are living inside the body of other organisms, like malarial parasite. Plasmodium lives in the blood. It is attacking liver cells and RBCs, etc. Fine. Apart from this, we have one very important example of plant parasite, which is a complete parasite. Plant parasite, that is called Cuscuta, and Cuscuta is commonly called Amarbe. It is a very interesting plant. Complete parasite means it is completely dependent on the plant on which it is growing. This plant, this Cuscuta grows on the plants which are growing nearby, and it completely covers it with the help of wire-like stem. During the course of evolution, it has degenerated its chlorophyll and turned yellow, and it also has degenerated its leaves so that it does not need to prepare food. It is taking ready-made food from the plant on which it is growing. So during the course of evolution, it has turned into a complete parasite which is called plant parasite Cuscuta or Amarbe. Another means of nutrition is holozoic. Holozoic nutrition means when animals, it is for animals especially, some animals are taking food in the form of solid bites. Either solid bites or animal is swallowed as a whole, like snakes, they swallow animals as a whole. Like amoeba is a unicellular organism, but it engulfs food particle with the help of cell surface, and that is called its a holozoic mode of nutrition. Then we have symbiotic nutrition. Symbiotic nutrition means when two organisms are living together in close association and they are giving benefit to each other, or they are mutually beneficial for each other. Such relationship is called symbiosis. And symbiotic nutrition example is lichens. Lichens are those organisms which have two components in them, structural components, algae and fungi. Algae is green and it is photosynthetic. It can prepare food with the help of chlorophyll, and fungi is non-green. It is heterotrophic. It cannot prepare food for by photosynthesis. So fungi, it absorbs water and minerals from the soil and gives to algae, and algae prepares food with the help of photosynthesis, and that food is provided to fungus. So fungus is absorbing water and minerals from the soil and providing them to algae. Algae is preparing food and giving to fungus. That means they both are helping each other, and such kind of mutual relationship is called the symbiosis, and this mode of nutrition is called symbiotic mode of nutrition. This is all about different modes of nutrition, children. Learn them because these all are very important definitions, and for example, each example is very important. Keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.